Hey everybody, welcome to Studio 64. My name's David. I've been searching the interzones for more science, space and tech news to share with you. And I came across this at Eco News. Yes, Einstein predicted an engine that would travel faster than light. It has been built for the first time and it works like this. This should be particularly interesting. Yes, absolutely fascinating. Yes, a few days ago we remembered the anniversary of man's landing on the moon, a feat achieved by America that will never be forgotten. However, the last historic step has just been taken by Germany, or rather it was decades ago, and we did not know it. Einstein, the greatest physicist of all time, predicted a vehicle that could travel faster than light, and it has always been considered science fiction. Against all odds, a team of renowned engineers laid the groundwork, and now we finally know that it's possible. Okay. Einstein predicted this engine, and it's neither hydrogen nor plasma. Engineers have built it for the first time. Okay, well, tell us. I'm getting all excited down in my nerdy nether regions. Yes. Then again, my personal life is no concern of yours. What previously was on the shelves of science fiction became closer to real-world implementation due to the recent developments in theoretical physics. Now, the warp drive is also based on the law formulated by Albert Einstein when nothing can travel with velocity greater than the velocity of light. Now, nevertheless, in the scenario of specific history, in the year 1994, a man from Mexico named Miguel Alcubierre describes a theoretical model in which the space-time fabric can be manipulated, and as a result, a ship with sufficient mass energy can travel faster than light. Remember, this is considered to be the theoretical limit. Yep, as I've always said, it was always a theory. And one day our technology will get around it, just as the way we got around the speed of sound, and just as the way we got around things like computer memory. You can never have more than 1 meg with DOS. Right? Bill Gates said, does it really matter? No one could use more than 640k of RAM. We got over that real quick. Next thing you know, we've got extended memory, bubble memory, and the next thing we're talking gigabytes, and everyone's now talking about terabytes of RAM. So one day this will happen. Whether it happens in the next 10 years or the next 50 years, it will happen. Now, it shows that the Alcubierre drive means that a spacecraft could navigate at a speed that seemed to be faster than light, or it can literally warp space-time as the space in front of the craft contracts and the space behind it expands. Now, this model, while revolutionizing the means by which people receive mass communication, was not without its problems. Interesting. It's all about exotic matter. Einstein predicted it, and Hawking failed in its search. Now, the original Alcubierre drive was dependent on the use of exotic matter, which is a negative energy density that is yet to be identified in any way and be greatly considered just a theory. The energy demanded for such a drive was also reportedly mind-boggling and calculated to be in the order of the mass energy of a planet like Jupiter. Hey, you look at technology and the way it's changed. Power requirements have come down. It'll probably come down for this too. Or alternatively, will scale up and you'll end up having power generators for your home that could probably be the equivalent of Jupiter, Absolutely fascinating. But as I say, not a scientist myself. Any physicists out there, astrophysicists, please feel free to comment. Aerospace engineers, love to hear from you and get your thoughts on this. Recent research has shifted the focus from the traditional Alcubierre model to a more feasible approach, the constant velocity subluminal warp drive. Now, this new idea is a contribution of a team from Applied Physics, an international think tank, and the University of Alabama in Huntsville, proposing a warp drive that can travel at sublight speeds without the use of such materials. That's interesting. A warp drive at sublight speeds. Experts are sincere about the Einstein engine. Why should it not be considered as science fictional? This is interesting. Concerned about the grammar a bit, that's all. My mother paid a lot of money. Leave me alone. Shut up. The working principle of the warp drive is to form a warp bubble around the spaceship. The bubble would narrow the space in front of the craft and expand it behind the craft in order to create the perception of the object moving through space without breaking through the speed of light limit within the confines of the bubble. Now, this is to mean that if the craft itself flies past the speed of light from a distance, it would not be a violation of relativity. Interesting. The recent work also underlines the necessity to create an application known as Warp Factory, which helps to design and analyze warp drive proposals. This tool enables the exclusion of non-physical attributes from the approximate designs, as Einstein predicted. Now, warp drives are not exclusively combined to the realms of science fiction anymore, or at least gradually leaving those realms. Recent advancements in theoretical models and a solution of the energy demand indicate that warp drive technology is more than just an idea. Scientists are now able to view the possibility of warp drives as a reality. What was once seen as impossible to achieve is now closer, with the first warp drive rocket ever created, or at least theorized. Indeed, it was discovered decades ago by Einstein, but they have now managed to decipher its very complicated formulas and search the universe for the solution until they find it. However, experts warn that we still have centuries of development to make it a reality, or even more, which is why NASA is skeptical. Love to hear your thoughts on this. We've got the theory, understand the theory of the warp drive now. What are your predictions on how long it's going to take? I think it's going to be sooner rather than later. We've probably got one now, but of course, not going to tell us. It's quite fascinating. But this is intensely interesting, and the fact that we're even getting to that point to be able to have this discussion now, to me, is absolutely amazing. Fascinating. All right, well, my name is David. Thanks for joining me for another Studio 64 Science, Space and Tech News Update. I shall see you in the next one. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe. Greatly appreciate it. If you're up for it, drop a comment down below the video. I'd love to hear what you think. All right, take care. And as I always say, if you can't be good at it. And as I also always say,
please, Spock, do me a favor. And don't say it's fascinating. No. But it is interesting.